All right, this next unit, we're talking about coterminal angles. So co just means another one. So we're looking for angles that have the same terminal side. So you'll notice here in the example right here, a 90-degree angle. If we were to draw a 90-degree angle, it starts right here on the x-axis, whoops, and it ends right here. This would be what we call our terminal side of our angle. So when we're looking for a coterminal angle, it's another angle that ends here. So you'll notice that they also drew a negative 270-degree angle. So remember, if we're marking this would be a negative 90 degrees. So it starts at 0. There's negative 90, negative 180, negative 270. So it does indeed start right here and wraps all the way around and ends right on that same coterminal line right there. So on these next examples, what they want you to do is they want you to give two coterminal angles. Now they want one of them to be positive and one to be negative. So when we're looking at this, basically the 65-degree angle, let's just kind of sketch it right here. It's not quite to 95, so it's right here. If they want another one like that, basically the trick, all you're doing to find a positive coterminal angle is we're just going to go all the way around the circle and back there. So we're just going to add 360 degrees. That's all you do to find that coterminal angle. For a negative coterminal angle, so for this one, if we want to go from here down around here, notice how that red plus that purple is all the way around. It just means you're going to subtract. Also, you could just subtract that 360. So that's all you're going to do. Take the 65. Let's grab my calculator again. So 65, add 360, and I get 425 degrees right there. And then go back and take that 65 and subtract 360. 65 subtract 360 gives me a negative 295-degree angle. So we've got a positive coterminal angle and a negative coterminal angle. And we're done. Not too bad, right? Sometimes, look at this one. Sometimes when we add and subtract our 360 degrees here, let's add. So 540 plus 360 gives us 900 degrees. That is a positive angle, so that would be a good answer. But look what happens when we subtract the 360, 540, subtract 360. When I do that subtract one, I get 180 degrees, positive 180 degrees. So again, if I need a negative coterminal angle, I'm going to have to keep subtracting 360 degrees. So just subtract again, and it doesn't always work out like this. Please note, this is very unique, but it is indeed a negative 180-degree angle. Okay, you could have also just used this as your positive coterminal angle and that as your negative. If you see ahead that this is bigger than 360, just subtract twice and you've got your two answers. All right, this last two, they scare people because you see radians, and we haven't been doing as much with radians, but please note, remember, just as all the way around the circle, right here is 360 degrees, all the way around the circle is also 2 pi. So really what we're going to do here is just add or subtract 2 pi. But we want to kind of disguise it, because when we add fractions and subtract fractions, you have to have a common denominator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually subtract that 2, and I'm going to change that 2 pi. I'm going to put this 18 in my denominator. I want that same denominator. I'm just going to multiply 18 by 2. 18 times 2 is 36. That way, I still have 2 pi. 36 divided by 18 is just 2 pi right there. Okay, so when we add them, 13 plus 36, that gives me, 49 pi. That's a positive coterminal angle. Then you're also going to subtract it. 13 subtract 36 is 23, negative 23. Oops, I'm going to fix this. This is all over 18. That was my bad. So you add them, but you keep the common denominator. This one is negative 23 pi over 18 as well. So there are two fractions right there as your answer. Now, some students want to convert this to our degrees and then just add and subtract 360. That's fine. If you do that on your homework and on the test, I don't care too much. I think it's a little bit of extra work. So that's why I would just add the 2 pi, but you're welcome to convert it if you'd like. Okay, same thing on this one. If you want to convert it, but it's really not that much, it's actually easier just to use this 9 in the denominator and just double 9. So 9 times 2 is 18. So we're just going to add and subtract 2 pi, which is disguised as 18 over 9. That's just 2. All right, so 14 plus 18, that is equal to 32 pi over 9. Don't forget your denominator, like I tried to last example, and then subtract it. So 14 subtract 18 is a negative 4 pi divided by 9. And there's your positive and negative coterminal angle.